Hello.
Hello AOS fans,
It's the Agents of Sigmar.
bit of Spearhead for you tonight.
Ooh.
And we've borrowed some models from the lovely John Grant, who is one of our patron supporters, and he has lent us these models for this evening. So I'm playing the Gloom Spike Gitz, which are gorgeously painted.
And I'm playing the Slasher Host, which are also equally gorgeously painted.
But I am playing the Bad Moon Mad Mob, is what they're called, the Gloom Spike Gitz.
Oh, yeah.
The Bad Moon Mad Mob.
So we're all set ready to go, so we're going to crash on with round one.
Round one, bing bing bing.
First turn for me, a pretty simple affair. Everything just floated across the board in scary, spooky style. Jumped onto all three of these objectives. These guys ran or floated faster. The Grimghast Reapers and these guys over here as well. They both only floated an extra 2, but that was enough to grab both of these objectives over here. And I obviously kept these guys at the back here to hold this one, and those guys over there are holding that one over there. My boss and the other ones are all floating around this because I have hold ground, which I score if I have more friendly models contesting a large terrain feature in my territory. So I've scored that one. I also have the Dracothian dice in the middle and the Ignax dice, so I've scored 6 points.
7. Don't you get an extra one for that?
Yes, 7 for that one, because the twist, which we picked out at the start, is reclaim. Actually, as there was no underdog, we both picked an objective. I picked this one, and you picked that one over there, which you have captured. So I'm up to 7-0.
So my turn one was a bit of a disaster, really.
Didn't go well.
Really bad dice. So I bounced in over here, just thinking I just need to kill a couple of these and then survive, and then I can control this unit. I had the card to control this objective, but I completely messed up. I killed one, but you killed 2, so you keep that one. Over here was even worse. The Troggers threw stones at those guys, completely missed. Then they charged in and tried to bash them and completely missed. It was unbelievably shocking dice rolls.
The worst dice I've ever seen you roll.
The Squigs did finally come through with some dice rolls, and they did take out 4 of that unit, but they didn't destroy it all, and I needed to destroy a unit to score another objective, so that's gone down the pan. Over here, again, terrible dice rolls with the order of the day, but luckily, due to the Bad Moon, which is in this half for the first half of the game, the light of the Bad Moon, these guys get +3 on their control. I think I did kill one of them, didn't I?
You've killed one.
Yeah, and you killed a couple, and I've got my general in there as well, who completely missed as well. So a lot of completely missing in this game. He's leading by example. Over here, I just hugged next to this objective here so that I could score hold ground. I got 3 because I did flip this objective, so I'm holding 3, and this one is +1, so that's 4, and 1 for this one is 5, but I only scored 5.
5 to 7.
5 to 7.
On to round 2. Round 2 for me, and I did win the roll and decided to go first. I pulled the Actually Twist, and Robin picked 2 units. And which units did you pick, Robin?
I picked the Troggers, and I picked the single lone Chain Rasp over here, whatever they are.
Yeah, the Grimghast Reaper, because he was in combat over here a minute ago.
Surrounded by Squigs and Troggers.
Yeah, it seemed like a good bet at the time, but then I was quite lucky and I pulled out Do Not Waver, which has the command ability of fall back and rally. So I retreated him, and I got 2 back at the same time.
It's really not cricket.
There wasn't a lot of movement other than the fact that they retreated and then my leader and his ghostly pals charged over here, but not a lot happened. I killed 2 Squigs and I wounded 1 Squig here, and I basically ignored the trolls, and in reply you killed nearly 2 bases of my spooky spirit hosts. Over here these 2 just continued the slap fest, and I did 1 wound to your guys and you didn't do anything to me. I saved like 5 rolls.
Yeah, I did quite well, and you were saved them all.
Yeah, but I do help me score the Behemoth dice over there. I only hold 2 objectives, so I only get 3 points, and I did forget that. Over here you managed to wipe out all 9 in one go.
Yeah, that was quite lucky, because this does mean I have got an inkling in my go, maybe a chance to destroy these, because I did keep the card to scoring them, so we'll see what happens in my turn.
So I used 1, I scored another, I'm keeping the 3rd one. We'll see if it's any good. So
it's a mystery.
It's over to your turn too, Robin.
So round 2, a little bit more successful for me. Did manage to charge in over here and just take out those 3 Grimghast. Yeah, I think by the skin of their teeth they managed to kill them all, which was really good because it netted me 2 points of victory because I got 1 extra because of my underdog choice. And I have War of Attrition objective, which is to kill a unit, so I did kill that, so that gave me 2. Over here, I managed to kill the Spirit Host, but I haven't touched your leader yet. He's still there. You did kill a Troggoth.
I did.
So that is significant. I can't bring one back.
He's not healing that.
No, not healing. He's well and over dead. Over here, a little bit more successful for both of us, but it's now 2-2, which meant you did maintain that objective, which was good for you. These guys just consolidated back over here. For scoring, I've still got 3, so I scored 3 for that. And then, as I said, I scored 1 over there and an extra 1 over there for the underdog rule. I did score raise because I have somebody within 3 inches of the long battlefield edge in enemy territory, and I scored raid because I have units wholly within enemy territory. So I actually scored 7 there to take me up to 12, which amazingly puts me back in front.
I'm the underdog now, 12 to 10. On to round 3. So my round 3 sort of went great and didn't all at the same time. I moved my other unit of spookies over here with the express idea that I was going to charge Robin's leader and kill him. And you can see he's still alive with 1 wound, which is fantastic. I put all 18 attacks on him, and I think you saved about 5 out of 7.
I did wounds. Get some Jerry dice rolls.
Yeah, so he's just alive, so I didn't kill him. I did bring these guys on and charge it over here, so I do steal this objective. I also brought on 3 of the guys over the back there using my cool reinforcements because I wasn't going to get attack on 2 fronts, so I decided to use that and bring 3 back and charge it over there. They've killed 3 of the grots, and hopefully they'll start to chop a few more of them up. Over this side, it's still the battle of the bads. Nothing happened whatsoever. Nobody did anything, and they're just sitting there swinging at each other in the breeze. And in the middle of the field, my boss killed 1 squig, and your trolls managed to miss absolutely everything.
They did.
It was appalling. So at the end of that, I control 3 objectives still, which I get 3 points for, and I score 1 extra for this one here because of the Axie twist. I'm up to 14, so that's my 14 plays Robin's 12, and it's on to Robin's turn 3.
So in my turn 3, another mixed bag of dice, some good, some bad.
So many bad dice.
This combat actually has come to an end. He's got 1 wound left. And it's just about, well, he flipped it, he did turn that, so it means I've got an extra objective from the twist for taking back control over there. I did actually win over here as well, these got one out as well.
They did fantastic.
Very exciting. And in the middle, these did absolutely nothing. In fact, and you did almost kill the trolls, but you didn't kill one.
Almost killed
over
them.
there, it was really bad for me. Everybody's dead, Dave.
So many dice.
Yeah,
eventually it won out.
Dead grot. So all the grots are dead, my leader's dead. It's not looking good, but I did score 4. I've got 3 objectives and I got 1 extra. I didn't score any of my cards, so I'm going to bin them all and draw 3 in the next round.
However, you are going to get a unit of grots back.
I am going to get a unit of grots back.
Round 3.
Bing, bing, bing.
My 4th and final round, and it's starting to get pretty desperate now. A whole sea of spirits just charged in over here. I managed to kill the squigs. You splattered about 6 of them with your trolls, and then I managed to kill 1 troll and leave 1 on 4 wounds left with my leader and the remaining attacks. I then managed to capture that objective off you because I've just got so many bodies all over it now.
Yeah.
And I have 2 others, both over here. And I have scored 3 points for that. I also score War of Attrition because I killed more of your units than you killed of mine. And I scored Cut the Head Off because your leader was killed last turn.
And you killed another unit.
And I killed some squigglies from here as well. So that gives me 19 points. 19 points plays your current 16. Can you score 4 in the last turn? Let's find out.
Not a totally successful turn for me, yet it did turn out to be very successful. The troll in the middle is an X-troll. You took him down with between the millions of
30 attacks in total.
Yeah, it took him down. These guys just ran to the edges for some reason, almost like they were looking for reinforcements or something.
Why have they run over
And
there?
the reinforcements did arrive, and they arrived. Fortunately for me, they could sneak onto that objective and nick it from you. So I got back to 3. which took me up to 19. I've got the Ignite Star as well. I thought I got them around the wrong way, so I've got that one too. So I scored that one, and I've scored Take Without Warning, because I took that one and I didn't know at the beginning without a fight. And then I've got Take the Flanks as well, for these two being in the flanks.
Boink, boink. So you got 6 at the end there.
6 at the end, so that took me from, I think, 15 all the way up to 21, I think.
I think it was 16.
16 all the way up to 22 then, wow.
22 plays 19.
What a game. I can't believe that I won that.
I've actually not even picked up 3 of my objectives.
Maybe that's the difference.
Yeah.
I've got one left, which is the Draconian dice, which I...
Oh, you were lucky you didn't pull that one out then.
Yeah, but it's funny because I've held that apart from that very last turn, so anywhere other time I go, I'm going to score it. But I can't believe... I think it's just lucky that I was able to slide those over there.
But I did the same thing the previous turn with mine, true. So I think it's a valid tactic, and I think you've got to always bear that in mind when you get near the end of the game. You've got so few units left. Sometimes you just have to start abandoning objectives and hoping.
You almost need to start thinking about what you've got as well, because actually I had an objective in hand that if I'd thought, oh yes, you're definitely going to kill my squigs, it was bring something back pretty much anywhere on the board as long as it wasn't near you, and I could have just bought one back on here for nothing.
Yeah,
and done it. So you need to think about try to think what's left and whether actually they might be more useful than you think. So my first thought was, oh, that's useless.
The trolls were suffered in this game because of my ignoring rend.
Yeah, I mean they didn't. My dice rolls, they felt subpar for most of the game, which is unusual for me. I'm not used to that. Whether they were or not, I don't know. When you edit it, you might see a bit better.
I think some of them were terrible. There were sometimes when you were like rolling 6 dice, you didn't get a single hit.
But yeah, you definitely need the rend of those. I mean, they're rend 2 and then damage 3. But of course, I wasn't getting very rarely getting anything through to do any damage.
My ability to ignore rend and my 6s to auto wound were quite useful, quite
they're
irritating.
Really good. They're hard to kill. I played the Ghosts when we had Agents Con.
Yeah.
And I just couldn't get them down enough to win the game.
The Grimghast Reapers, however, whilst they look fantastic, and made even better by John's fantastic paint jobs, they're rubbish models. They've only got 1 wound each. They've got a 4-up save, which, ignores a rend, which means they can sometimes be quite good.
They really soaked up a lot of damage down here. It's quite funny. The unit over here wasn't so good, but this unit down here just kept soaking up the damage from the squigs.
The other unit died twice as well. Came back and died again. So there we go. The end of the game. That was pretty close. 3 points in it, and I think if the dice had been better for either of us at different points, it could have gone a different way. If I'd have killed your boss off a turn earlier, I'd have picked up probably another 2 objectives as well. So I'm not sure what they were.
I feel like it turned on the objectives in this game. I think I was quite lucky in my underdog game. I got a couple of points, and then also when you had the underdog one, I also scored a point off of it, whatever the underdog thing was.
You did, and the underdog for the very last round was wreathed in smoke, which is just one objective is 6 is only to hit. So I put it over here because there's absolutely no point in putting it anywhere else.
It's useless to you. You can't. Some of them are really good for catching up. But that one was
not so good. And we were saying before as well that when you play Underworlds, every attack feels like it matters and does matter because there are so few. Yeah, and when it misses, it's horrible. Yeah,
you've got 12 activations, and it's basically 12 dice rolls. Even if you attack every time, which you don't always, and you spend so much time getting this stuff into position, you just think, well, I just need this attack to work, and it doesn't, and it just feels crushingly bad. But here, when I rolled that double 1 or whatever it was earlier, it was just funny.
Yeah, it seems to matter a lot less in these situations because you're rolling handfuls of dice. You're like, oh, I missed with 13 attacks. Does that matter? I don't really know, but it was quite funny.
We missed some of the little interactions with the bad moon rising where it gets +1 and stuff. I didn't use the retreat ability at all, which maybe I should have done. I don't know.
The squig hoppers, I don't think they reached their full potential in this game because they end up jumping into combat fairly early and then just staying there.
They've been rolling really badly.
Yes.
I did occasionally wonder whether I should retreat here to get over here and nick this, but it's quite hard, and then I thought I could end up in no man's land. It's better just to try and stay here and so because you couldn't move either without retreating. So
yeah, another game, only 3 glory in it. Well, three objective points in it. And good game. Hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to click that like button,
and please remember to click subscribe.
And we'll see you soon, maybe in the Mortal Realms,
or maybe in the new Underworlds.
Ooh.